This is another thing that we strongly encourage in the month of Ramadan, is helping at your local Salafi Masjid. Indeed, the Masajid have a great status and virtue in Islam. Allah Azza wa Jal mentions the status of the Masajid in the Book of Allah. And the Prophet ﷺ mentioned in his Sunnah, the Prophet ﷺ mentioned, سَبْعَةٌ يُذِلُّهُمُ اللَّهُ فِي ذِلِّهِ يَوْمَ لَا ذِلَّ إِلَّا ذِلُّ. There are 7 people that will be shaded on a day that there's no shade except that which Allah provides. Yani on Yawm al-Qiyamah, on a very difficult day. My dear brothers and sisters, these are the type of things that you have to mention to your children. Get them to love the house of Allah Azza wa Jal. Get them to love the house of Allah Azza wa Jal. The Prophet ﷺ said there will be 7 people that will be shaded on a day that there's no shade except the shade that Allah provides. From that, and from those 7 people, Allahu Akbar, the Prophet ﷺ mentioned, Shabun nasha'a ala ta'atillah, a child that was raised upon obedience to Allah. SubhanAllah. That, by the way, that wasn't the one I was thinking of. I was thinking about another one, which is وَرَجُلٌ قَلْبُهُ مُعَلَّقٌ بِالْمَسَاجِدِ, a man whose heart is attached to the masjid. A man whose heart is attached to the masjid. And by the way, this is applicable. We're going to show, as it relates to the masjid, how the girls can also love the masjid, because it's the house of Allah and the likes. We'll explain it in a second. Anyway, in the month of Ramadan, one of the things that you as an adult should be actively doing, and you should encourage your children to do, is help at the masjid. You can purchase cleaning items, you can purchase a vacuum, you can purchase bukhur. And by the way, bukhur was something done during the time of the Salaf. And putting bukhur in the masjid, so the masjid would have a wonderful fragrance. So the masjid, there's even a rawi, I can't remember his name now, he was known for putting bukhur in the Prophet's masjid, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Anyway, purchasing things for your masjid. That's one. Another thing is volunteering to assist in the masjid, especially in the month of Ramadan. So volunteering to clean the masjid, to clean the carpet, to clean the shelves, to clean, to serve food. We know in many of the masajid, especially in the West, that at the time of iftar, they're serving food. There should be children serving the food. Why, my dear brothers and sisters, why do we have adults serving children food in the house of Allah? When you got, some of these masajid got 30, 40, or 50 teenage boys and teenage girls standing online while the adults are serving them? SubhanAllah. لَيْسَ مِنَّا مَنْ لَمْ يَحْتَرِمْ كَبِيرَنَا. The person is not from us who does not respect the elder. So put the children to serve the elders. This is how they would gain respect for their elders. The point is, get the children in the masjid. Give them tasks. Give them responsibilities in the masjid. So, and they would have a love for the masjid. And even the females should have a love for the masjid, even though prayer is better at home for them. Where do we take that from? Remember the female in the hadith of Ibn Abbas radiallahu ta'ala anhuma, the female who used to clean the masjid of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. There was a black female who used to clean, and her ethnicity was African ethnicity. She used to clean the masjid of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And when she died, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam asked about her. Where is she? Where is the female that used to clean the masjid? And the Sahaba informed that she had died, to the end of that hadith. The point is, she made it one of her tasks that she loved to clean the house of Allah Azza wa Jal. Indeed, bi'idhnillah, she, by the permission of Allah, she's from those women that will be shaded on a day that there's no shade except the shade that Allah provides. Why? She had such a love for the house of Allah, yani the Prophet of the Masjid sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that she took it upon herself to clean it, to regularly clean it. So this is another thing that the parents say, you know what, every Saturday, we're going to cook, we're going to go to the masjid, we're, as a family, we're going to serve. Imagine the barakah. The father and son are serving, the mother and daughters are serving, or the mother, a single mom, she brings her kid, her son is on the brother's side, he's serving, the girls or with her serving. Can you imagine doing this for 30 days? How much love your children would have for the masjid? And indeed, my brothers and sisters, when Ramadan is over, your children would come to you and say, I miss going to the masjid and helping out. They would say it to you. So these are one of the things that you would do, bi'idhnillah ta'ala, along with dua for your children, for your family. As we were taught by our beloved Messenger, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to supplicate for your family. There's supplications in the Quran and also in the authentic sunnah of our beloved Messenger, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So these were some practical suggestions and recommendations for the family to come together and to establish taqwa and to bring barakah into your family, especially in this blessed month of Ramadan. It was short, but we hope it was beneficial bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. Allah knows best. Wa sallallahu wa sallam wa baraka ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam tasliman kathira. May the peace and blessings of Allah Azza wa Jal be upon our blessed Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and upon his family members and companions.